Primal Sky Mountain was over 10,000 li high and was majestic and wondrous. It was a specially open space by the virtual universe, and it was the tallest mountain here. A beam of light stopped at the foot of the mountain. It was Luofeng, who was carrying a dark golden long rod on his back. Luofeng looked ahead. There lay a tall and sturdy bull man with horns on his head, and beside him was a terrifying huge axe. His snores sounded like thunder, and he had saliva drooling from his mouth, flowing down his face full of fur, landing on the black stones beside him. That bull man seemed to realize something, and he opened his eyes curiously. He looked at Luofeng and immediately got up, laughing loudly. "You are here for the Primal Sky Mountain?"
Yes.
Luofeng nodded. "Haha, there's someone finally here to play with me." The bull man laughed loudly. He raised his head and roared, "White ape, snake, get over here." His voice boomed and resounded. From two different directions, two silhouettes flew out. On the left was a golden fur skinny ape man dressed in silver white armor, and he carried a black bamboo pole on his back. And from the right was a seductive lady with a snake tail, dressed in a translucent cotton dress. Bull, ape and snake? Luofeng frowned. The ape men was a huge race. As far as numbers were concerned, within the human race, just the ape men alone could be separated into many other categories. When compared to them, the bull man's numbers were weaker than the ape men, and the snake people's numbers were much lesser. It's only considered rare only in this comparison. The snake people were still a commonly seen race in humanity. Hee. Finally there's someone here to attempt the Primal Sky Mountain. The skinny ape man stooped and mocked. Let me see his background. As the seductive snake lady spoke, her shockingly long tongue would extend out occasionally, after which her crystal-like eyes stared at Luofeng. So it's Your Majesty Luofeng from the Absolute Beginning region. He is a new person, yet he dares attempt the Sky Mountain. Snake, don't scare him away. The bull man roared. Looking at Luofeng, Your Majesty Luofeng, the rules to attempt the Sky Mountain are very simple. You only need to kill all the guards at the foot, waist, and peak of the mountain. Then, you'll be considered to have passed the Sky Mountain. The three of us are the guardians of the mountain base. Luofeng nodded. Kill all the way to the peak? Will you still attempt it? The bull man roared. I will. Luofeng nodded. Haha, white ape, snake, attack. The bull man roared excitedly. He immediately grabbed that terrifying huge axe, and with a step, the entire ground shook. Swiftly, he rushed towards Luofeng. As the axe was already in position, a blur of a yellow axe slashed out. With the swing of that axe, even the space around was scarred. Hee. That skinny ape man mocked. While he was standing on a stone, from behind him, the black bamboo poke flew out. It seemed to instantly grow longer. There were a total of 9 joints on it, everyone disconnected with countless threads weaving through. It formed a 9-joint whip. This was a level 3 spirit weapon. Arc Serpent. The blurry silhouette immediately pierced forward like lightning. With precise control, it actually reached Luofeng before the bullman did. Like a venomous snake, it was trying to bite him. Oomph! The snake lady snorted, her eyes gleaming purple. A formless spirit energy immediately headed towards Luofeng. In an instant, the bullman, skinny ape man, and the snake lady all attacked simultaneously. In terms of speed, naturally the spirit energy was the fastest, and it pierced straight into Luofeng's consciousness. Within his consciousness, a vast void pagoda stood there. It was exquisite and glowing gold in color, with a total of 3 levels. His comprehension of the laws had allowed him to reach the 3rd level of the void pagoda. Actually, not long after he left Primal Chaos City, he already reached this 3-level pagoda. Over these 80 years, he wanted to reach the 4th level, but it was obviously still not enough. Rumble. The spirit energy crashed into the void pagoda. It slightly shook but remained undamaged. You think you can hurt me with just that? Luofeng stood on the dark cloud shuttle. His killing intent was fully unleashed. Go and die, all of you. The dark golden long rod from behind immediately shot out countless gold light. A blur of little golden blades shot out countless threads, connecting directly through the universe, space, and gold laws. The 2 laws through the Nanshan armament fused perfectly. Even the lofty mountain vanished under the light. A vast space, blade energy revolved. Nanshan armament 6th level, blade world. Dang! A piece of blade energy immediately attacked that arc serpent that had become a black light, knocking it backwards. In the distance, the skinny ape man immediately went pale, and his expression changed. Nanshan armament's blade world. Simultaneously, he communicated, Snake, attack his soul. Once you disperse his consciousness, his blade world will crumble. You don't need to tell me. Her expression was cold. A formless spirit energy once again attacked Luo Feng. Dang! The condensed blade energy knocked away the arc serpent and rushed towards the bull man's huge axe. The bull man felt a powerful force heading his way past the huge axe. He trembled and couldn't help but retreat, spitting out fresh blood. At the same time, the spirit energy attack that the snake lady had unleashed clashed with Luo Feng's void pagoda. Go and die. Luo Feng stared at the bull man. The condensed blade energy followed, and with a flash and pierced through his forehead, it left a hole as his body fell. Bullman was dead. The skinny ape man and snake lady stopped their attacks. Your Majesty Luo Feng, you actually defeated Bullman? You've passed this mountain foot, the skinny ape man said. Congratulations. The snake lady said. What a powerful illusion. However, it's far from enough. Break. Luo Feng's heart was like a mirror, seeing clearly through the distractions. His consciousness was like a blade, becoming a heavenly blade that slashed through the scenery around. Immediately the illusion was destroyed, and the scene vanished. As the illusion vanished, his expression changed. A black light had already reached before him. That bull man with blood on his mouth roared as he rushed over, and in the distance, the snake lady was filled with shock. He actually broke through my illusion that quickly. That illusion sure was terrifying. Luo Feng was shocked. Before, when he had heavily injured the bull man, he had already fallen for the spell. The bull man he killed was all an illusion. This snake lady's illusion has already reached such a level. The bull man and ape man are definitely not to be messed with either. When they clashed with my blade world before, they were only injured and not killed. Luo Feng immediately had many thoughts in his mind, simultaneously brandishing a blood shadow blade and a six-edged shield. A resplendent flash of a blade. Illusionary 7 blades. Dutchman's pipe. The black light was knocked away. The vast blade world immediately sent a piece of the energy straight at the snake lady. Her expression changed and she roared mentally. You too. Come back and help me block it. Simultaneously, a black shield with snake engravings appeared before her. As a hypnotist, her control of spirit weapons had to be almost as good as a controller. The bull man roared over. However, a fighter's speed was far from blade energy or spirit weapons. Go and die. The ape man controlled the black light, piercing towards Luo Feng. With the shield and blade, even though he was disadvantaged, he still managed to block the attacks. Luo Feng's eyes flashed with a chill as he blocked. Simply using his blade and shield allowed him to block the ape man's attack. Hence, Luo Feng focused his blade world on the snake lady. With the condensed blade energy, it madly surrounded and attacked her, and in an instant consecutively attacking her tens of times. The snake lady's spirit weapon was obviously unlike her illusion abilities. Finally, the blade energy pierced through her head. I can't maintain this for much longer. Luo Feng's expression changed. As he was focused on both using his blade and maintaining blade world, it was extremely taxing. The bull man raged, reaching beside Luo Feng. The black light was as fast as lightning, once again reaching Luo Feng. Luo Feng gathered some blade energy to once again block the black light. The vast blade world collapsed, revealing the many little golden blades that immediately regrouped. Half of them immediately became a huge golden long blade. That blade immediately shot at the bull man rushing towards him. It was the Nanshin Armament's 5th level, Space Slicer. Go and die. Luo Feng's blood shadow blade immediately unleashed the 7th technique in the illusionary 7 blades, Burial. The flash of his blade was savage, filled with endless killing intent. The bull man howled and swung his huge axe. The golden long blade smashed into his huge axe, causing it to disperse into 2,000 little golden blades. His axe too, however, was knocked aside and Luo Feng's blood shadow blade slashed at that moment. The bull man was sliced into half from his head to his feet. As he killed the bullman, Luo Feng used the 6-edged shield to block the arc serpent piercing from behind. As the black light clashed into his shield, the 9-joint serpent black light actually waved its tail as fast as lightning and pierced through Luo Feng's head as red and white splattering. Luo Feng was killed. Damn, 2 of us actually died due to him. The skinny ape man let out a sigh of relief. He couldn't help but feel shocked. Beside, the bull man and snake lady revived. She looked as Luo Feng's body vanished, shocked. My illusion and abilities actually couldn't affect him. This is only a newbie and he actually managed to kill 2 out of 3 of us? The bull man stared. Yuxiang Mountain, Luo Feng sat in his study. I actually wasn't able to even pass the foot of the mountain. Luo Feng shook his head. In times of crisis, I still cannot maintain the Blade World long enough. Just maintaining the Blade World alone, I can only do it for 30 seconds. However, while using the Blood Shadow Blade and Shield, and maintaining Blade World simultaneously, the time I can do it is cut short by a lot. My comprehension is still lacking. Luo Feng recalled the battle before, reflecting on the flaws and failures. After a while, Luo Feng, your teacher True Yin Emperor is requesting a call. The fist-sized demon Babata on his shoulder shouted.